What's up, everybody? My name is Nick Harris. I'm a senior Copilot Cloud Solution Architect with Microsoft. There's been a ton of new updates happening within the Copilot ecosystem in just the last week alone. So I want to take you actively through a few of these updates. As general note going on this week, as well as the Build Conference, a lot of new capability in the overall AI landscape of what Microsoft provides is being announced this week. Some of it is being released as well. So we'll make mention of some of those new updates too. Let's hop right on in. Showing on my screen, I have Copilot Chat open, and within the last 2 weeks, we've had two separate UI changes. So, just as a quick review of what's going on in this new user interface, the agents section has now been consolidated, as well as from the previous change, the create module and notebooks are now found under the app launcher. We also still have the same search capabilities. We have the same library of AI content, pages, images, but this new agents section is really the focus. I can still click on this. It takes me to the agent store. But one of the core differences is we've separated out those agents that you've recently used from the pinned agents and made a more mobile searchable window available. So while I can click on agents here, you'll notice the arrow, and if I navigate over, I can now see all of the core agents that I've worked with before, the full listing. I can search directly in this listing as well. So say, for example, I can search for career coach or any of the previous agents installed in my direct experience. I can also create a new agent via this menu and finally navigate directly into the agent store. I do like that they've separated out the pinned agents. That way, I just have all of those readily available to me, and it creates a little bit more screen real estate. Finally, we have the chat. Also, directly in the chat, you now have this little magnifying glass for your chat history. You want to navigate fully into the search page to see any of your previous chats. You can filter on these by agents, the chats you've had specifically with those agents, and any chats that have Copilot pages directly pinned to them. The biggest change within this experience is the removal of the work in the web toggles, however. So, no longer for those of you that have a Copilot license will you have the toggle experience. Instead, now we have Work IQ here on the left. So, all I need to do is if I want to turn off Work IQ and do more of that web focused search or enable it and ensure that I have access to full content, it's now under that particular button click. So, moving on to the new Outlook experience inside of chat, mimicking somewhat the same pattern as in Word, PowerPoint, and Excel with the Edit with Copilot capability, we now have the ability to select Allow Actions. This allows Copilot to perform specific actions in your inbox. If you're ever curious about what these allow actions can do, all you need to do is prompt it. Just say, hey, what actions can you perform for me? And here's an example of the variety of actions that you now have at your disposal with this allow actions capability. The default mode is really just the same chat that we've had for a while. We can talk to it, we can gather knowledge across our enterprise or across public web data, and then leverage that information to help us craft our email responses. Now, another new option in here, if I click on the Add and Manage Sources menu, you'll also see Edit with Copilot. This is specifically used when you're drafting emails, so let's take a look. Now you'll see in my email body, I have a new option that indicates Help Me Write. If I navigate into this option, the prompting box will populate, and what I can do is I can tell it the type of email that I want, and it will automatically add that prompt into this editing experience. You'll see in the prompting box down at the bottom, Edit with Copilot is automatically enabled, so I can continue to use this to draft and modify and rewrite my email, but instead of doing that in the email itself, I'm doing that in the chat experience. Now we see the email has populated. We can review that email content, and we can see exactly where it's pulling data from. One of the new advantages you get out of this capability is to have the AI automatically go and search your enterprise. Previously, if you prompted, it would just rely on data that it was trained on, but now since it's submitting those direct prompts into the chat experience and it has direct access to Work IQ, it can go and find those meetings on your schedule, and it can pull the data from those and then help you craft the response. Just for a little show and tell, let's run in an experimental prompt after doing the initial draft. I'll indicate categorize each of the key points into a color-coded category in this email, and let's see what the AI does with the draft. And there we go, we have our response. I think this is so cool. You see a color-coded sections, added some category tags. So it just allows you to see more visual elements without you having to do any work. You just prompt. So try it out. As a part of the Frontier program in your Outlook calendar, you also now have calendar instructions. I'm going to click on Add Instruction here. It will automatically submit a prompt, help me set up Copilot instructions for managing my calendar. And just like the Allow Actions capability, this will tell us exactly what these instructions can do. Here's an example of the supported actions and the available filters. It also provided us some examples, so let's go ahead and use the one for automatically declining meetings outside of working hours. It's now indicated to me the plan it's going to navigate through. Let's confirm. On another account, I've now submitted a meeting outside of working hours, and after about 1 to 2 minutes, it's automatically deleted from my calendar. To ensure that you have full visibility on the instructions that are running, you'll also notice once the action has actively applied, you'll now have an indicator at the very top so you can see the particular meetings that you've declined or taken some form of action with. Moving on, Claude Opus 4.8 just rolled out this week. The experiences that I've seen it in thus far: Cowork with the model picker up in the top right hand corner, PowerPoint, Excel, and unfortunately, Word has yet to receive the integration, but I'm sure it's coming soon. Additionally, in Cowork, the options for plugins have been built into the Add Attachments button. So if I click on Add Attachments, you'll see now Manage Plugins at the bottom of that menu. And if I click on Add Work Context and navigate into Skills, this menu has been slightly adjusted as well. So you can see all of your custom skills now show up at the very top instead of the very bottom. I can also review all of the installed skills, whether that be those installed skills from Microsoft or from built-in plugins that my organization has deployed. It also appears that additional new prompts for Cowork have been introduced. Initially, we only had these four shown on the very front page of the Cowork experience. Now you have an option for Show More, which opens up a variety of prompts to help you get started with Cowork. Within Copilot and Excel, we have a new plan mode. And for those of you that are just like me, if you're not Excel experts, this is fantastic because maybe you don't really know the Excel speak or exactly what the AI is going to do based on your prompt because you're not really sure what to say. So what you can do is you can navigate to the drop down and select the new plan option. You could then indicate to your prompt what you're attempting to accomplish, and before the AI actually does anything, it will think and reason and provide you the plan of attack. So as a quick exercise, let's prompt: review the data in the royalty projections worksheet and compare the trends and projections to modern industry standards based on public web data. And so, based on its research, now we see the plan of attack. We can provide feedback on anything we want to modify or change, and once we're ready, we can click Proceed. It provides us a review of what it's actively changed, and we can see the new sections of information or the new worksheet and all the rich data it's now directly inserted into my Excel file. The Copilot Notebooks UI has also received some updates. The menu in the top left-hand corner has now been fully consolidated. We've slightly moved the Create and the Reference options to give you ease of access to generate new documents or add new references to your notebook. We've also moved the amount of members and the Share button over to the top right-hand corner. And as noted, if you want to take a look at any of the capabilities, such as the new Mind Map feature, or creating presentations, or Excel files, or Word documents, check out the previous video linked at the top of the screen. An update to the Copilot and PowerPoint experience is now the ability to integrate skills. If I click on the Add Content button, you'll now see a new option for all skills. Microsoft is currently making available 3 skills that you can leverage. Here's an example running the Review This Presentation skill. And for those of you that may be new to skills, it's really just a set of instructions to automate a process in a very specific way. If you want to create any, the best way to create them is in the Cowork experience. Go check out the Cowork Skills and Plugins video linked at the top of the screen. All right, looks like the skill has asked us a few questions. Let's do the entire presentation. And for report format, we want action items. I find this pretty cool. This skill is built to provide us a coaching report on how to present this particular presentation. So we have this initial section coaching report with all of the key information, and navigating into the sections of slides, key points on areas where we could create more value within the presentation. Just trying to be a mad scientist, let's go ahead and experiment. Let's see if Copilot and PowerPoint can make all of these updates in one go. Make all recommended updates. It does appear that it made the vast majority of updates. I did confirm, I asked it, were there any recommendations that you missed or couldn't implement? Looks like there were two recommendations it couldn't fully implement, but still, the ability to get all of those recommendations and then have Copilot implement them, if you confirm, of course, pretty cool. Ways to automate even further and create more enriched content. Also, new in the Add Content menu is the ability to select a brand template. If I click on Select Brand, I have all of the brand kits that my organization has made available to me, or the brand kits that I've created myself. If you're interested in understanding how to create your own brand kit, click on the link in the top of this video. Finally, we have all of the updates happening at the Build conference this week. We'll have a separate video that talks to more of those functionalities. But one particular announcement I'm very intrigued in, and that is this new agent type that we're calling autopilots. So I guess now I can't really make a joke about Copilot being a Copilot and not doing all of your work for you, right? So we're introducing a new capability called Microsoft Scout, and it's based on OpenClaw. So let's go ahead and take a look. So, really cool the ability to look at events happening around you in an automated, proactive fashion and provide you data back like pre meeting briefings, as just one example. As more information is released on Microsoft Scout, we will have future videos on the topic here on the channel. So that's it for me for today, everyone. Thank you so much for your support as always. If you like this content, do me a favor and give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section below if you have any questions. Subscribe if you're not already, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.